So, to start us off, why don't you guys tell me about the orange anus?
Oh, I go first, don't I?
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought you were building up dramatic tension.
No, not at all. I hate this game. The orange anus is when you have anal sex in a suntan booth, so that slowly but surely through the process your butts are becoming orange.
Also known as the tangerine.
Yeah.
Well, the orange anus actually involves where you take a bunch of colored pencils, but only the red ones and the yellow ones, and you shove them up as far as you can in your partner's booty.
That's all very well said and done, but the orange anus is really just when you bring up with your spouse that you will either have sex with them or Janice, your close friend. So.
See, I always pronounced it Janus, but yeah, Janice sounds better. So, all right, well, yeah, those are interesting takes on the orange anus. What the orange anus really is when you grow an anus through photosynthesis, and then you place it in a tanning bed, and when it comes out, it's snooky, and then you fuck it. Good.
That was very elaborate.
Takes a couple weeks, but patience is virtue.
Multi-step process.
So
It
I
took a
don't
month.
like it.
no, sir, I don't like it.
The dusty chestnut.
Slightly different than the musty chestnut, so you know.
Slight difference.
The dusty chestnut is when you are naked and unconscious in an abandoned building for maybe about like 5 years, and then you wake up miraculously and you find that your testicles, aka your chestnuts, are covered in layers of dust, and then someone very close to you, or someone that you pay, then tries to lick all the dust off, but you never can because a lot of dust.
You see, that all kind of makes sense. However, I want my one-way ticket to hell a little faster. So, the dusty chestnut is when you splooge over the chest of a septuagenarian.
So now the dusty chestnut is actually part of a triad of maneuvers called the three chestnuts, and which chestnut you end up with really depends on where you stick your fist. The musty chestnut would be vaginal. The rusty chestnut would be anal. And the dusty chestnut is when she's dead.
Oops.
God. Fucking Christ.
So, the dusty chestnut is really, it's a very flexible kind of thing. It's all of those, and then one more option for you if you're interested is you just get a lot of dust and lint. You can collect it with a vacuum cleaner, and then you wet it so that it's nice and soggy, and you put your balls in it, and the wetness will help it to stick, and then your partner licks it off you.
Oh, I also forgot to mention the other one. It involves.
You don't get to add steps.
No, this one involves Velcro. It's the dusty chestnut.
And then there's the good old-fashioned, the always reliable trusty chestnut.
Gets her off every time.
And then there's the busty chestnut where your chestnut
Which is the literal
slowly
porn site I was
endures.
on earlier.
But if there's a busty chestnut, then you yourself becomes a lusty chestnut.
There's also for the neurotics out there the fussy chestnut.
Yep, if you have sex during a tornado, it's the gusty chestnut.
And
The
then
crop
there's,
dusty.
I thought that was the blusty chestnut.
and there's the really old one, the crusty chestnut.
Oh, now that's the one that you go with the nose, the crusty chestnut. We could do a whole game of just chestnuts.
I don't think we can.
I think we've just killed that
So
game.
done with these terms. All right.
Well, okay. How about this? This sex position, aka this thing on this Chinese takeout menu that I'm looking at.
Of course.
The bitter melon with beef.
The bitter melon with beef.
The bitter melon with beef. It is 1995. Ingredients: bitter melon, beef.
The bitter melon with beef is when you have regretful sex with your ex-wife after an argument was never quite, reached its end.
Damn it, you stole mine. Like almost word for word, you stole mine. Fuck. All right, the bitter melon with beef. The bitter melon with beef is you take that same woman where you got the dusty chestnut from, and except this time it's your titty fucking. But you're also on a farm, and cows are watching.
Now the world don't move to the beat of this one drum.
What might be right for you? Some people like it in the bum.
The bitter melon with beef is the solution for those who do not want to personally lick the tits of their partner, so they hire a cow to come in and to do it for them while they pleasure the other parts of the person in question.
What would you pay the cow to do that?
One udder rub.
In Mooney.
That's cool, but the the bitter melon with beef is actually where you take a bunch of really, really strong coffee and you pour it over your partner's chest, aka melons, but you have to do it in a dairy farm. So you were close, Mike.
All right, guys. Well, I would like to know about the flip-top trip-hop.
The flip-top trip-hop?
Yours always sound like they come out of Dr. Seuss.
They do.
That's my goal.
So the flip-top trip-hop, right?
Yep.
Not confused with the flip-hop trip-hop or the flip-flop bit-mop.
Oh, God. Ew.
I know. It's a family program. The flip-hop trip... I'm sorry, I lost track of which one it was.
It's a flip-hop trip-hop.
I'm sorry. Flip-top trip-hop.
Flip-top trip-hop.
Trip-hop.
So the flip-top trip-hop is when you are at a rave and you're listening to some trip-hop and you did some E and you flip your top. You just kind of jizz everywhere without meaning to. And then you trip on it because it's, slippery.
Well, I don't know what the kids are into these days, but the flip-top hip-hop, or whatever it was actually something done
The flip-flop bit-mop!
was actually something done at the 50s at your local sock hop, which is where you
Flip-flop
just...
trip-hop at your local sock hop.
While jumping rope, you would fornicate on the dance floor.
Oh, so it's the flip-top trip-top at your local sock hop at the lop sop.
That's what I'm trying to say. You understand me.
Well, really, it sounds to me like the flip-top trip-hop would be when you're under the big top at a circus. And the band Portishead is playing, the trip-hop group. And you sneak out, on top of the big top. So you flip the big top, and you do it up there while Portishead is playing.
I see. The big top, trip-hop, big flop, flip-flop at your local sock hop. Do it at the hopscotch.
Yes.
Dr. Seuss turns it into his publisher, and there's like, what the hell is this, Theodore? It's like,
From the makers of Catch-22 comes this.
Joseph Sellers. Flip top.
Joseph Stalin's big top, hip hop at the whip hop at the mip hop, sock hop, hopscotch. Fuck. Lost it.
Well, that's all well and good, but really the flip-top trip-hop is when two Hasidic Jewish poets in the 50s pleasured each other with dreidels.
Oh, that's lovely.
That's so much more simpler than mine.
But really huge dreidels. Like industrial strength dreidels.
Just over
industrial strength J dreidels.
Yes.
J dreidels.
J dreidels. My favorite kind.
Strumba, you're a real mensch.
A what?
Mensch.
Mensch?
An ubermensch, if you will.
Ubermensch.
Oh, thank you.
Wait,
Nice
lady.
It's just Mike. Don't you dare do your accent. Lose, Mike.
Conan, I don't think you've heard that one yet.
Conan, have you heard him do his Jewish Arnold Schwarzenegger?
I have not.
It's like someone's grandmother reenacting every Schwarzenegger movie.
So yeah, the Jewish Arnold Schwarzenegger goes a little something like, who was your daddy and what does he do?
That's great.
Get to the chopper.